Hello again, my name is Ashley. Today we are going to take a deeper look at online privacy. But before we begin this lesson, pause the video and take a moment to complete the Advanced Privacy Assessment. You can scan the QR code or go to the link provided in your resources. Well, how did you do? Don't worry if you didn't get everything right. This is a learning journey, and we're going to build on what you already know. Before we get started, here's a quick challenge for you to think about. You've just downloaded a new puzzle game, but before you can play, it's asking you for access to your location, contacts, camera, and microphone. And all you really wanted was a fun way to pass the time. So what do? Do you tap Allow All, hit Deny, or stop and read the fine print to see what you're really agreeing to? Every click we make online leaves behind clues. These clues become your digital footprint. This is basically a permanent record of your activity. But what does that really mean for your privacy, your safety, and your future job or school opportunities? Today we'll explore what a digital footprint is, how apps and websites collect your info, and most importantly, how you can take control of it. We all spend a lot of time online, texting, gaming, researching, shopping, and using social media. But not everything or everyone on the internet can be trusted. That's why it's important to learn how to recognize risks and respond safely. In this lesson, we'll explore real-life online scenarios and answer 3 key questions. The first, what's the safest way to handle the situation? The next, what websites or sources back up your advice? And the last one is there anything else someone should consider in that situation? So let's start by looking at a scenario together, so I can show you how to think through it and find reliable answers. Here's a sample scenario. You get a text message saying you've just won a prize, but you don't remember entering anything. Sounds suspicious, right? Okay, let's break it down. What's the safest way to handle it? Let's do a search. What to do if you get a prize text? And we find something great from ftc.gov. This article is from the Federal Trade Commission, which means it's a reliable government source. That's exactly the kind of source we're looking for. Now, is there anything else someone should consider in this situation though? Yes. They could block the number, report the message, and turn on spam filters in their phone settings. Now that you've seen one example, let's go through another scenario together. Here's the situation. You've been talking to someone online for a few months, and things are starting to feel serious. You message every day, you share personal stories, and you even talk about meeting in person. But one day they say there's been an emergency, they lost their wallet while traveling, and they need you to send them money to get home. They promise to pay you back. What do? Well, go ahead and take a moment to think about it. What's the safest way to handle this situation? If you need to, pause the video to reflect. Well, the safest approach is going to be not to send any money and stop communication with the person altogether. You should treat any request for money from someone you've never met in person as a red flag, especially if it comes with emotional pressure. Instead, report the account to the platform and block the user. So let's move to our second question. What websites support this advice? Let's look at some reliable websites or sources to back up this advice. Think about some search terms that could help us find advice from a trusted source. For example, you might search sending money to someone online emergency. Well, during this search, I found some good information on the website ftc.gov, consumerfinance.gov, arp.org, and bbb.org. Remember, you want to look for websites that end in .gov, .org, or .edu. These are the most reliable. When I searched these sites, this is what I found. From the Federal Trade Commission, it offered me detailed guidance on romance scams and how to report them. From the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, I learned that they could give me some tips on protecting my money from scams. From the AARP Fraud Watch Network, they had real scam stories and prevention advice. And finally, I learned that the Better Business Bureau actually tracks scam alerts and fake profiles. And now let's consider our final question. Is there anything else someone should think about in this situation? Well, you might want to report the message, block the sender, and talk to a trusted adult or tech support team. Your research may also have taught you some of the following. Emotional manipulation is a common tactic. Scammers often try to build trust before making requests. Scams can happen to anyone. Being smart online doesn't mean you're too smart to be targeted. Staying cautious is key. And always verify someone's identity independently before building trust. If someone refuses a video call or avoids meeting in person after a long time, that's a major warning sign. Keep your personal and financial information private in online conversations. And this is how we break down real-world online situations using critical thinking and reliable resources. Now it's your turn. Choose your own scenario from the document or list provided and use the same 3 questions to guide your research and response. Go ahead and open the cybersecurity scenario document. Read through the list of common online safety situations. Choose one scenario that interests you or feels realistic. Then open the Scenarios Cyber Safety Scenario activity provided for this activity. Use the internet to research your scenario. Look for information on trusted websites that end in .gov, .org, or .edu. Some great websites to look for are ftc.gov, consumer.ftc.gov, commonsense.org, and cyber.org. Finally, answer the 3 questions in the Scenarios Cyber Safety Scenario activity. What's the safest way to handle this situation? What websites or sources back up your advice? And finally, is there anything else someone should think about in this situation? And remember, every click leaves a trail, but now you know how to control the path you leave behind.